call to order at 6:01. You're good on minutes, yep?
Yep.
All right, so Cheryl is not here. We'll move that to next month. And the committee appointments vacancies was just to have a conversation with Dwight, but I sent him an email once I knew he wasn't here.
Okay.
And then, so he knows, and I'll follow up with him this week when he gets back and
Perfect.
get him bringing that in. So he said he wants to be on it. He said, so he just needs to get his reappointment paperwork in, and then he'll
Nice.
be back in appointed. So, all right, attendance roll call.
Carolyn Horde,
Present?
Mark Simzak, present. Adam Montry,
Present.
Leslie Hayden,
Here.
Dwight Washington,
He's not, we don't have to include him because he's not
Oh, that's right, he's
on
not
there.
technically on
Yep,
there,
he's not
okay.
technically on there. And then trustee Kellerman is not here, but we didn't hear from her.
okay.
All right, approval of the agenda as submitted. I am going to make a motion to change the agenda so that we move the January minute, right, yes, you have December here. The January minutes approval to next month, but that we will approve the December minutes today.
Second?
Great, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so I'll make that there. So then can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Motion to approve?
All right, second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. You two have any oh no, that's not here yet. We're disclosure of conflict of interest.
So real quickly,
Oh, yep, sorry.
so what did you just do? You did approval of December minutes?
Oh, we need to approve them, sorry, yeah.
No, you're okay.
We
But
didn't
what did you
approve
just-
them yet.
What did you just vote on?
Approval of the amended agenda.
Okay, so you
We're
made the
gonna
motion to,
move the January 24 minutes to February,
month.
or to,
Carolyn seconded,
yep.
and then,
So then we need to approve the December minutes before disclosure
but
of
then
conflict.
Who was the one that voted on the last one, to approve the actual thing? Did you say, did two other people?
Carolyn and Les.
Yeah,
So
thank
Carolyn
you.
made the motion. and
sorry, I'm just typing
Les.
a little slower today.
We're
You're good.
moving fast
You're
too.
good. It's a Monday.
So, all right, so, okay, a motion to approve the December minutes as submitted.
I approve that we approve the, I move that we approve.
I move that we approve. That's a campaign slogan. I move to approve.
And I second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so submit the December minutes, so you'll take care of that on your end. All right, any disclosures of conflict of interest? No. You two have any public comment that you'd like to make? Say anything? It has to be related to the agenda at this point. You can have later, you can have 3 minutes to say whatever you want. You could get up there and read lines, whatever. You wanna do that later? All right, so no public comment. So, old business, so Taylor is gonna update us on the status of the 5-year Parks and Rec plan.
Yes, so, it was submitted in its entirety on January 29th, I think. Yeah, that was a Monday. Yeah, January 29th. I haven't received any comments back. So as of right now, it's good. If I do receive comments on some change or needing to update something, I will let you guys know. But as of right now, it seems to be good.
Awesome.
Do they typically send it back with things that need to be changed, or?
Only if so there's a couple forms that I have to fill out, so only if there was a form that was filled out incorrectly or something like
Okay.
that. Or if there was a whole part of the plan missing, which obviously we worked with an agency, so
Right.
it should be all good.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, any questions for that? All right.
No, I don't think so.
So just a quick update, we had talked about this a little bit last month, and Taylor, you weren't here, so I just wanted to pop it on here so you knew what we were talking about. So we're thinking about meeting with, the planning commission to start with, again,
Okay.
just because of the non-motorized trail.
Sure.
And I talked to Miles a little bit on the phone, and he said that the way we should go about it is that he would bring it to the planning commission, and is sort of a formal request.
Yep.
And then, once he did that, then we can figure out when that works, and,
That sounds good.
and now that the 5-year rec plan is in, you know, and then just kinda, we figured with the non-motorized trail plan, just hearing where they're at and going forward that, so, I'll just put it on here, I talked to him just after our last meeting, and I haven't heard back, when does planning commission meet?
So they meet tomorrow.
Okay, are they twice a month?
Yes, they're twice a month, so they're the second and fourth Tuesday of the month.
Okay, so I will, I'll put it on here to call Miles, tomorrow, and just give him a reminder that, we'd like to do that, just to keep that going. Alright. New business, so the Upton property site visit options and plans, so last month we talked about the potential of, so Ben had found, I don't know if you've seen it, he
Yes.
found that old drawing, so he brought that and we talked about it. I think everyone was fairly excited, or more than fairly excited
Yeah.
about potential to use that space for something, and we talked about getting a list together of places that are within maybe 45 minutes to an hour to kind of go visit and see
Okay.
sort of what they look like. And so I've got a running list that I'm putting together, but I wanted to check in with you and see, so we had done that when the farmer's market, sites, and so I wanted to check in with you to see sort of the best way to go about that, like, should we all should we use a township vehicle, and can we all go in the same vehicle if we're going and doing that type of thing?
Yeah. So we do have the van.
Okay,
I would, if Ben was here, he'd be able to answer this better because he's in charge of the fleet. But I'll check with him on if the van would be good to. I would assume it would be okay to go that far. I don't know if it's more of like. I know it's a little older, so I don't know if it's more of like a we're only gonna stay close.
yep,
But if he thinks that it's like okay enough to go 45 minutes away and drive around a little bit, then we should be good. But I'll double check on that. So I think that would be the best because it holds the most people.
Yep.
We do have a newer vehicle, but it's a Escape, so it only
Okay.
holds like 5 people. So.
yep,
After we got done talking, I was thinking about it, and there's actually one very close by that's a very similar setup to that picture. You know, right, I don't know what road that is, but you know how like there's Meyer right there and Ace Hardware? Like literally you can see that park, like from that road right there, from Saginaw. You can see it, it's a Meridian Township Park, I believe, but it's, I don't know what road it's on, but it's, you can see it right from Saginaw. Like if you're standing there by Meyer, you can see back there when there's not leaves in the trees and things right now. And it has the same setup, which is kind of funny when I thought about it. I was like, why does that look so familiar to me? And then I started thinking about it, and like right up front they have like some pickleball courts, and then they have the 2 softball fields, then they have the big concession thing in the middle, and then they have a trail that walks around it, then they have soccer fields in the back. And so anyways, it was a close one that was like a similar kind of layout where it looks like it was a rough piece of land that they went and changed in it. So I thought that might be a close, easy one for us to, you know, go look at, because it's very similar concept, so.
yeah, I'm trying to think where that is, if you're standing at the Bathmeyer, or
Yes,
if you're,
and it's literally the road right back behind it.
like on the south side of Saginaw, like,
Like if you go,
if Meyer is behind me, is it,
if you face that Saginaw, it's across the street
So,
from
like,
that, like behind like Ace
southeast-ish.
Hardware, like it'd be back in that area. There's like a side road right there you can take to get to it.
oh, yeah,
Towner Road Park.
what's
Yeah,
that?
Towner. I was trying to
Towner
think of
Road
the
Park.
road. I knew it started with a T.
Yeah.
It's Towner Road, it's off of Marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it cuts out by,
Yes.
the
On
lake.
69, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Saginaw, yep.
Yep, and then I think you can get to it from, there's a little, it's got a light on Marsh, like before Monticello's.
Yep.
You
Yep.
get, there's a little side road there that,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
okay, yeah, that's great, so,
Yeah, it's very, very similar, and so I was like, man, that would be an easy one for us to go take a look at and see, like, you know, how they had it set up, and maybe
yep,
talk to them and ask them, you know, how they came to that conclusion, and does it, I know that they rent out a lot of those things, because I tried one time for soccer club to rent out the soccer field, when we had, too many teams, and, I called there and they're like, oh no, it's booked out for months, and I said, oh, that's great.
yeah. So I think that would be the question to ask them, is like, is it, you know, does it get used and how
Yeah.
often, and so we
Yeah.
see that there's a,
Yeah, it's called Towner Road Park.
Yeah, I agree, I've been thinking about the close ones, and we had talked last week, is it, the other ones, is the one on Mount Hope, right, is that, that's a little bit
Yeah.
bigger, they might have four softballs?
I think
No,
so.
the Counter Road is actually pretty good size. It's got 2 softball and 2 soccer fields.
Okay,
So it's
the
about the
other-
same size as the
Yeah.
drawing, I think.
oh, yeah,
I should start looking.
nice.
Hold on, be careful.
Do you see that? There's the drawing of it, or the billboard of it. Yeah, I mean, if we don't need to drive 45 minutes, we
Then
don't,
hey.
you know, it's kind of like if stuff's close
Yeah.
and there's a softball complex by the aquatic center
Yep.
too,
Back
you know,
behind
that,
there.
yep, so. Yeah, I think that's the question we're trying to ask, right?
Did you wanna see it?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I've played there before.
You know, it's like, is there the demand and the need for it? And if that's
Yep.
the case, then it's, you know, we don't wanna build something or go down a road of trying to build something and then it just doesn't get used or
Sure.
that, so. Yeah. Cool, alright, so either you'll check in with Ben or I can check in with Ben and, figure out the van.
Yes,
and if
I
we
can check
don't-
with him on that when he's
Yeah.
back tomorrow.
Yep, and maybe it might, even if it's close stuff, it might be useful to ride in the van, or it might be together, cause I think sometimes, right, you get ideas before or on the way or after, so.
And even if it was close, we could always, if we had extra time at that point in time, we could do like we talked about before, go and see the local parks here.
Yeah.
And taking our 5-year plan with us, you know, and kind of just like looking at it, doing it, and kind of.
Yeah.
I
talking
love that
about-
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's kinda combine and.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, between those and the, and I've never even walked the Upton Park property, I mean, I've pulled in there and kind of, you know, looked at it, but I've never walked back in there to.
I planted 250 trees there last
Yeah,
spring.
that's right, yes.
I forgot about
It was
that.
exhausting.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, if we do those visits and then we do Towner Park and we do the aquatic center and we do one other one.
Yeah.
Local, I mean, that could be enough if, yeah, I mean, there's no reason to use resources to drive 45 minutes if we don't have
Yeah,
to.
we've got it right here.
Yeah, so, cool, alright, so if you check in with him.
Yes, I will
Then
do
we
that.
can, once we know that, then maybe we can put out like a calendar question of what works for people
Yeah.
and that, so. Alright. So March 11th, there is a meeting in here, in this space. And so we have to ask ourselves, if we would like to reschedule or cancel the March meeting.
Maybe that'd be a good time if we were able to plan it to go and look at the parks together.
Yeah, it'll actually be light, I mean, that's a month away, you know, we'll be light later, and if this is a time that people have blocked. What do we need to think about do we need to think about open meeting stuff for that, or? is
We
it-
would just have to post that. I don't wanna use the word field trip, but basically something along those lines.
Make sure you bring your permission slip back, your
Basically
spouse needs to
something
sign it.
along those lines of like what the group is doing and where they'll be going, so
Okay.
that it's still, you know, permissible.
Okay, so do we want to, I love that idea, like if we were,
Yeah.
you know, and then if Ben and Becca are around too, you know, they could come
Yeah,
along
they
and.
should, I'm looking at the calendar right now, it looks like they're both here.
Yeah, do we wanna, how do people feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Alright, do we need to take any kind of vote to do that, or a motion or anything, or?
No, as long as there's consensus that you're all good with that, I think that that's fine.
Okay, are we all good with that?
And that'll be after the time change.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
It's the day after the time
Yeah.
change, you're right.
Yeah, so we'll even
We'll
more,
have an hour more.
yep,
Nice.
so we got whatever, 4 minutes per day plus the hour, and, nice, it's been so nice, it's even at like 5:30, it's.
I know,
Right.
it just
It
helps
is
so
light.
much.
It helps
Just
so
a
much.
little
Yeah.
bit better.
Yeah, so, and the fact that it's been sun a couple days, that also helps. So, great,
Okay,
so let's plan to do
plan
that.
on that, and then if we happen to run into any issues, then we can always revisit rescheduling or canceling and.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
And then do you make the, announcement that that's what we're doing?
Yep,
or-
I'll put out
you'll-
a notice.
Oh, a notice, sorry, that's the word
Yep,
I was looking for.
Yep, after, I check with Ben and we're all squared away with that, then I can put out a notice for that.
Alright, perfect. That sounds great. I'm happy we're getting that done, get that on there, so. And then Becca could also do like a farmer's market update type thing, at that time too.
Yeah.
So, and I'll talk to her about a couple things, related to that this week, or this month. Is she gone this whole week?
She will be back. Hold on. She'll be back Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good. So, all right, so Ben's not here, so no parks update. Beck's not here, so no, rec update. Public comment?
Public
Our
left.
public
Our
left.
public left us.
They had enough. Cheryl's not here, so no report for the board of trustees. Member comments?
Just that, if you were gonna talk to Becca, maybe you could talk to her about, Easter's coming up.
Yes.
And so,
Easter event.
the Easter event thing, and that maybe if she needed like volunteers, she could write us all. Because I thought what we did last year was a great idea to maybe do again.
Those were the different parks, is that
Yeah.
right? And they had to go to each one to get a different,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that idea too.
It was a lot of fun, and I think that if she did something similar, that'd be fun again. And if she needed help, like filling eggs, maybe she could put it out there and, we get some volunteers lined up to help her and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, cause Easter is March, is it, or it's,
Well, 29th?
it's early,
Yeah,
early,
it's like the
yeah.
end of March.
Okay, yeah, so,
My kids loved all of it except for the end part. Just because they got, the youngest ones got a little nervous about that bunny when and they walked in and said, "What's that?"
Nothing.
They're like, "That's the Easter bunny." They were like, "I don't know.
Nope.
Can we just turn our egg in and get a prize?" We have to go sky.
yeah, March 31st is the Sunday, so to
Oh,
do it,
yeah.
like if she did it, did she do it on a weekend was it the Saturday?
I think she did it the Saturday so that people didn't have to,
Right.
Yeah,
if
cause
they
then
had
the-
family plans and
Yeah,
stuff.
church or
they could-
families,
Yeah.
yeah, so, yeah, I love that idea, so I will follow up with her this week and. Alright, anything else? I have an announcement to make. We are shutting down the farm.
Oh, wow.
So I just took a job, there's a brand new USDA program that's, launching, so there's about $420 million that's being spread across a 12 region, split of the country. And I was contacted last Friday to be the Great Lakes Region, outreach coordinator for the whole program. So there's 12 of us in the country that are gonna be, heading up our specific regions. And it's a super exciting program, and it's a hard decision, but it's the right decision. So we're working with, I'm definitely gonna find a produce vendor to come to the market, and I know Becky has had some lined up in the past also, and so, and I'm happy to share, I mean, she has all of our sales data, but we have all of that, so I'm happy to, share that. It's a good, it's a good market, I mean, we make more than a lot of people at bigger markets and bigger booths, so, yeah, so it's been 15 years, and it's a change.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. It was a hard choice, but right choice, I think. My body works now. I don't know in 10 years. I don't know that I want to be harvesting spinach and salad greens down low and that either. So, yeah. So
If Isabella had been in here, she would have been like, "No."
we're still gonna have a big garden and all that stuff. So I'm sure we'll have more tomatoes than we can eat even. So we'll be able to, she can swing in and we'll have tomatoes for her. So,
Nice. Well, congratulations.
thanks.
Welcome.
All right. So, anything else? Look at that. That is a fast one again.
Not quite 12. But
Not quite 12, but 19. We started at 6:01, I think. So, need a motion to adjourn at 6:20
Motion to adjourn?
and a second.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Let's do it. So you're good to send out minutes?